In the news headlines tonight, public consultation for the 2025-26 budget starts today. Financial Secretary Paul Chan says he aims to drive economic development forward. The chilly weather fails to dampen the enthusiasm of bargain hunters at the CMA Expo held in Victoria Park. And the mercury plummets to as low as 13 degrees Celsius this morning, logging the chilliest day so far this winter. Financial Secretary Paul Chan invited members of the community to share their views on the new budget for 2025, emphasizing that at this stage, development is the core and stability is essential for the city. Writing on his weekly blog, Chan said the market sentiment had seen improvements in recent months, fueled by the central government's robust measures, among which the resumption and expansion of multiple entry visas for Shenzheners had boosted the number of mainland visitors to the city, averaging over 130,000 last weekend, up 15% from last month's weekend. Chan added that visitor arrivals from Southeast Asian countries have almost recovered to the pre-pandemic level. Meantime, the value of total retail sales in October logged a monthly increase as new brands and catering enterprises from mainland and overseas expanded their footprint in Hong Kong, Chan said. The finance chief also noted that the financial sector has grown. Taking asset and wealth management as an example, net fund inflows increased by about 3.4 times to around $390 billion last year. Moreover, the number of startups and overseas parent companies based in Hong Kong both reached new highs, signaling the effectiveness of recent efforts to promote the city's advantages and tell its good stories to the world, he said. He revealed that the Cater Sports Park will be officially open in March next year, hosting more large-scale international events and conferences. Chan believed this could further stimulate the market and promote investment, stating that every stage of development comes with its hurdles, but looking ahead to greater opportunities is vital. Evelyn Bai, Cable News.
The chilly weather did not seem to stop people from enjoying their Sunday with warm food and family time at the Hong Kong Brands and Products Expo in Victoria Park. Early birds rolled in with their trolleys, while others eagerly queued up at food stalls to savor local delights. To showcase the city's hospitality, this seller went the extra mile by offering free gifts to tourists. She hoped the visitors would come visit Hong Kong more and hence boost the city's economy. The cold turned out to be a blessing for this vendor selling fish maw chicken soup with shark fin. He said his business boomed beyond expectations, with stocks flying off the shelves on day one and had to restock this morning. Amidst all the hustle and bustle, some decided to embrace the chill differently. It's especially joyful to have ice cream in winter, this kid said. The fair is open to the public for a total of 24 days with a $10 admission fee. It is set to wrap up on January 6th next year. Cheryl Yun, Cable News. Hong Kongers woke up to a refreshing chill in the air as the observatory recorded the lowest temperature so far this winter. The mercury dipped as low as 13 degrees Celsius this morning, with even lower readings seen in parts of the New Territories. Tau Ku Ling and Lau Fau Shan reached 11 degrees, while Ngong Ping shivered at below 7 degrees. Out came the cozy mittens and beanies to ward off the cold, while down jackets became the go-to choice to keep warm. A strong northeast monsoon affecting the coast of Guangdong ushered in chilly weather to high ground and exposed areas. The observatory said temperature remains rather cold tomorrow morning, with sunny and dry weather in the following couple of days. Daytime temperatures are expected to become warmer, but early mornings will remain brisk, whereas inland areas of the new territories will experience a relatively large temperature difference between day and night. The forecaster reminds citizens to take note of temperature changes and to stay warm. Cheryl Yun, Cable News.
The city is so enchanted by the charm of giant pandas that 2 panda exhibits in a public area in Kwantong town center were found stolen. A 37-year-old woman was arrested in connection with one of the stolen items. The abducted national treasures were among the 80 installations alike being shown at the Urban Renewal Authority Free Space in Kwantong as part of the URA's Winter Transform Christmas event. Managing Director Wai Chi-sing mentioned in a blog post that 2 exhibits went missing and the case has been reported to the police. After reviewing surveillance camera footage, police arrested the woman outside a playground nearby. The case is under investigation.
Over 400 residents applied to become police officers this morning on the 9th Recruitment Experience and Assessment Day by Hong Kong Police. Attendees who registered on site took part in physical fitness tests, including a 30-second push-up test, and the results will be valid for 3 months. Those outstanding applicants could even proceed to the final interview on the same day. To engage prospective residents to further understand the work of the police force, officers also conduct a new pistol firing demonstration for citizens to experience the loud impact of live rounds. Attendees also joined an interactive drama, watching detectives stimulate the handling of an armed robbery case. When asked about the force's adjusted entry requirements, including the removal of minimum height and weight requirements, Senior Superintendent in Human Resources Branch Mike Kwok denied that the standard was lowered, but rather aligned with current needs for police forces. We collaborated with external institutions and universities to attract talents, hoping more citizens raise their interest in police careers, he said. The police force aims to recruit 1,000 police officers and 200 probationary inspectors this year. Evelyn Bai, Cable News.
Shortly after taking office as South Korea's acting president, Han Duck-soo's first priority was to call U.S. President Joe Biden, reaffirming the strength of their alliance. The two engaged in a 16-minute phone conversation after President Yoon Suk-yeol was impeached by the National Assembly yesterday over his short-lived imposition of martial law on December 3rd. Han assured that South Korea's diplomatic and security policies will not be disrupted, along with its alliance with the U.S. Meanwhile, as a temporary leader, Han sidestepped impeachment threats from opposition parties after Democratic Party leader Lee Jae-myung announced today that they would not pursue Han's impeachment related to the martial law declaration. Lee also proposed a parliamentary government consultative party on stabilizing state affairs. For the lame Dak-hyun, he has been barred from exercising presidential powers or leaving the country until a 9-member council, the Constitutional Court, rules on his fate and prosecutors complete their investigations into multiple charges. However, Yoon's political drama is far from drawing the curtain. The impeachment process could take months, as at least 6 of the constitutional judges must support it to remove Yoon from office. Currently, 3 seats are vacant, meaning all 6 sitting judges must vote unanimously in favor of the ouster. Otherwise, it will be overturned and Yoon will reclaim his position. According to South Korean media, Yoon Suk-yeol is assembling a defense team for the impeachment investigation, gearing up for an impending judicial battle. If the impeachment succeeds, Yoon will become the second South Korean president to be ousted from office after power going high, triggering a new presidential election within 60 days of that ruling. Quentin Yang, Cable News.
A 15-year-old student was confirmed dead, and another student was wounded after being stabbed by an assailant at a McDonald's in Kitakyushu in Fukuoka Prefecture in southwest Japan, according to local police. The deceased was a junior high school girl from the city, while the other injured was a boy from the same grade as the girl. The fatal accident happened at around 8:30 p.m. on Saturday. The two victims were waiting in line at the cash register in the restaurant when a man entered and, without saying a word, stabbed the girl's stomach and the boy's lower back before fleeing the scene, according to a senior police officer. The entire ordeal lasted less than a minute. The injured boy told police that they were stabbed by a complete stranger. Local police were hunting for the attacker, who was reportedly around 40 years old and 1.7 meters tall, suspected of showing up at a nearby auto shop.
Top diplomats from the United States, Turkey, the European Union, and 8 Arab League nations have agreed at a meeting in Jordan to endorse a peaceful transition process in Syria following President Bashar al-Assad's ouster. Though no Syrian representatives attended, the diplomats urged through a joint communique that a new government in Syria should be inclusive, non-sectarian, and representative, while respecting human rights, including for women and minorities. The meeting comes amid a scramble for influence over Syria's future governance. Right after the meeting, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken revealed that they had made direct contact with the rebel group Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, a group they have labeled as terrorists. Blinken said they clarified U.S. positions on governance during Syria's transition, as well as asking the armed groups to assist in locating an American citizen detained in Syria in 2012. The joint statement also affirmed the full support for Syria's unity, territorial integrity, and sovereignty, likely aimed at Israel, which has launched more than 400 attacks against Syria since Assad's fall, according to the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights. And despite protests from the United Nations, Israel launched a military incursion into the buffer zone that has separated two countries since 1974. Israel claims these strikes target military infrastructure to prevent weapons from reaching extremists, a label that comprises HTS. Syria's present de facto leader Ahmed al-Shara condemned Israel's actions, but noted that the country is too exhausted for further conflict. Quentin Ya, Cable News.